Jethro visits Moses. So, once again, once we get that 1 minute out of the way and allow people to start coming in, I'll start reading the one chapter. So, uh, it's getting good, of course. The whole thing with Moses, a lot of the story with him is pretty good throughout the Bible when it comes to Moses. So, especially the Old Testament, but there are other good stories throughout the Bible. But this is one of them that I think a lot of people already know is about Moses. So, but we're getting up there. We're almost there. So I'll be reading it here in just a second. This one's called Jethro Visits Moses. So here we go. Just a couple of seconds. All right, here we go. Exodus 18, Jethro visits Moses. Now, Jethro, the priest of Midian and father in law of Moses, heard of everything God had done for Moses and for his people Israel, and how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. After Moses had sent away his wife, Zipporah, his father in law Jethro received her and her two sons. One son was named Gershom, for Moses said, I have become an alien in a foreign land. And the other was named Eliezer, for he said, my father's God was my helper. He saved me from the sword of Pharaoh. Jethro, Moses' father in law, together with Moses' sons and wife, came to him in the desert where he was camped near the mountain of God. Jethro had sent word to him, I, your father in law Jethro, am coming to you with your wife and her two sons. So Moses went out to meet his father in law and bowed down and kissed him. They greeted each other and then went into the tent. Moses told his father in law about everything the Lord had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and about all the hardships they had met along the way and how the Lord had saved them. Jethro was delighted to hear about all the good things the Lord had done for Israel and rescuing them from the hands of the Egyptians. He said, praise be the Lord who rescued you from the hands of the Egyptians and of Pharaoh, and who rescued the people from the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know the Lord is greater than all other gods, for he did this to those who had treated Israel arrogantly. Then Jethro, Moses' father in law, brought a burnt offering and offered sacrifice to God, and Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father in law, in presence of God. The next day, Moses took his seat to serve as judge for the people, and they stood around him from morning till evening. When his father in law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, what is this you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit as judge, while all these people stand around you from morning till evening? Moses answered him, because the people come to me to seek God's will. Whenever they have a dispute, it is brought to me, and I decide between the parties and inform them of God's decree and laws. Moses' father in law replied, what you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. Listen now to me, and I will give you some advice, and may God be with you. You must be the people's representative before God and bring their disputes to Him. Teach them the decrees and laws, and show them the way to live and the duties they are to perform. But select capable men from all the people, men who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. Have them serve as judges for the people at all times, but have them bring every difficult case to you. The simple case they can decide themselves. That will make your load lighter because they will share it with you. If you do this and God so commands you, will be able to stand the strain, and all these people will go home satisfied. Moses listened to his father-in-law and did everything he said. He chose capable men from all Israel and made them leaders of the people, officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. They served as judges for the people at all times. The difficult cases they brought to Moses, but the simple ones they decided themselves. Then Moses sent his father-in-law in on his way, and Jethro returned to his own country. So that was Exodus 18. Tomorrow we'll be reading Exodus 19, which is at Mount Sinai or giving the law. So is this, I wonder if this is where he receives the 10 commandments. I'm not for sure. We'll have to see. Probably some of you out there might know that. So it's been a while since I've read the Bible. So it's kind of new to me all over again. It's been years since I read it. So, but that's it. Thank you guys for coming in. Kevin, if you're in here, hello. But once again, thank you for coming in. And I hope to see you tomorrow night for another chapter in the Bible. Other than that, I hope you all have a good night. Bye.